Hello, everybody. This is Julie D. from NordoniaHills.news. And today I am not sitting here, but I am sort of with Sean and Bobby, and they're here to talk about Caregiver Shelter Fund. Is that correct?
Mm-hmm.
Well, welcome, and thanks for taking the time out to talk with me today. So well, first of all, we should talk about the Nordonia connection. Both of you are graduates of Nordonia?
Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
Tell us about that.
Bobby, go ahead. Get started.
Yeah, so I graduated in 2012. Went to college. I have an associate's degree, and now I'm a fireman. So
Wonderful. And you're a fireman in Stowe, correct?
nope, yeah, I live in Stowe. I'm actually a fireman in Garfield Heights.
Oh, okay. All right. That's right. Okay. And Sean, what year did you graduate?
2011. Met Bob in high school. Actually went to fire school with Bob, then took the business route. And, you know, the company we work for right now, Ariba, is an opportunity for us to reconnect. So,
Sean, did you go to college as well?
yes, went to Tri-C for fire with Bob.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome. So tell us about what you guys started and when did it start? When did you start it?
So we work with a company called Ariba. We're an Ohio-based tech lodging solution for the short-term rental market. Essentially, when corporate people, nurses, physicians, doctors are traveling to Cleveland, Cincinnati, Columbus, need somewhere high-end, luxurious to stay, they can go ahead and stay in one of our units that are unique, central, and modern. So prior to the pandemic, we had a standard occupancy of about 95%. And when the pandemic was announced and they shut down things like St. Patrick's Day Parade, March Madness, with all these event cancellations came cancellations from our tourists that are coming in town. So instantly we got together and we decided, you know, how can we fill our units back up and still keep our people employed, but yet also give back to the caregivers who are keeping us safe. So our officers got together. We came up with the Caregiver Shelter Fund. I think after it was an idea, we launched it about 3 days later, and that was on March 26th. And now since then, it's been about 3.5 weeks. We've raised over $50,000 with a goal to get to 100,000. We've been on 6 major news networks across the state of Ohio. And on Sunday, April 26th, we are going to be featured on Fox News Channel. So the largest news network in the country, which is very exciting. So.
Wow, that's great. What I like to do is feature companies and people that are stepping up and trying to find new avenues in this, in these uncertain times. And you guys definitely fit the bill for that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the great thing with having Bobby, a first responder, he fits in the category of people that we're helping. And furthermore, we needed cleaning processes and SOPs that were to CDC standards. So nobody better than Bobby himself to bring on those SOPs to ensure that the people staying in our units have a most safe living environment while they're trying to self-isolate from their loved ones.
Yeah, and in case people don't know, SOPs are standard operating procedures. Is that correct?
Yes.
Yep, that's it.
Yeah, not everybody knows the lingo. We have to keep them up to speed. So if people want to help out and donate, how would they do that?
So if the community or anyone wanted to help, all they have to do is go to caregivershelterfund.org. The more money that we're able to raise, the more caregivers we're going to help. Right now, we have about 35 caregivers that we're housing, and we have a waiting list of about 50 people. So the one thing I tell all the caregivers, we're going to do everything we can to make sure we get them the help they need. So,
where are the units located?
So we have 150 right now across the state of Ohio, primarily Cleveland, Columbus, and Cincinnati, about 50 in each city.
Wow, that's great.
Mm-hmm.
And how long ago did you start your company?
So this company was started about 1.5 years ago is when it was officially a company. Pre-pandemic, we have plans to scale to 10,000 units across the country in about 5 years. So, right now we're on halt. We adjusted to the new market that we're living in. And, once this passes, we'll obviously, go back to normal operations.
Our biggest thing that we were concerned with was not only, making sure that our employees, stayed working and we were able to pay their paychecks or give them paychecks. We also put a halt on what we were doing because we did want to help, especially for me. It touches home a little bit more, and I'm able to relate to the people that don't want to go home to their loved ones. So when Sean presented this to our company, it was a great idea, and we just kind of took it and run with it. And we really wanted to give back to the people that were helping us most. So.
Yeah, it's unprecedented times that we're in, and I really like how, like I said, businesses are stepping up and trying to find out how they can help people, how they can stay in business, and maybe do some new things that they don't normally do.
Mm-hmm.
Is there anything else that you want to tell us about the program?
We just need help. We want to help our caregivers. That's what this whole thing is about. And it's about coming together right now in a moment of time of need, not just in one city, but, nationwide, statewide. We need help. We want to house these caregivers and take care of them. And the only way we can do that is to continue reaching out to communities that surround our cities and asking them for donations so that we can continue taking care of and provide housing for the people that are on the front lines, taking care of us as much as they can.
Yeah, I'll make sure that there's a link that people can follow for sure. And speaking of Ohio, they just announced today that school is definitely, the in-school learning will not happen this school year. And they're just going to continue the online learning until June. So who knows when the stay-at-home order is going to be lifted. I know some businesses may come back in May, but it's a big question mark for a lot of these. When we're going to get back to normal thing, we don't really know.
Mm-hmm.
So you just have to keep doing what you're doing the way you're doing it, I guess.
Yeah, you just got to look at it as an opportunity to get better at a situation that's presented to you.
Exactly. You have to evolve, sometimes very quickly. And I think sometimes the smaller businesses are easier to make adjustments quickly and get going.
Well, yeah, and to that point, we have a culture of people that are quickly looking to adapt in any way that we can. And so I think we came up with the idea, and then 3 days later we launched it. So, right. And then that was, like I said, the 26th. 2 days after that, the first caregiver reached out that we housed, and that's when it became very real. And moving forward, we spent about 15, 20 minutes talking to every caregiver and just hearing their stories. A lot of them live with people that have autoimmune deficiencies. And so, when you hear those things, and then even some are living in their cars just to prevent bringing the virus home to their loved ones. So those are the stories that fuel us to keep going and keep getting this on large platforms like Fox News Channel and such. Yeah,
I've heard stories of some mothers who are nurses who can't go home. They can't go home to their children. So they obviously would utilize your services because they have to have, so if they don't have any other options of where to live. Well, I thank you guys for, being on the call today and letting us know everything that you're doing. And if you ever have an update, just get the word to us and we'll get the word out. And I hope that this ends soon and you guys can stay safe and healthy and get back to your regular operations.
Hopefully.
Thanks, Julie.
And we'll look for the story on Fox.
Awesome.
It was nice meeting you guys.
Nice to meet you too.
Take care. Bye. Bye.